Now you call to order the Chicago County Council meeting Wednesday, August 9th. Yeah, if they're going to rise.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Francisco. Present. Third District Councilman Terrence Hill. Here. Fourth District Councilwoman Stacy Winfield.
Present.
Fifth District Councilman Robert Garcia.
Present.
Sixth District Councilwoman Gilda Orange.
Present.
Councilwoman at Large Deborah Bolaño.
Here.
Councilman at Large Dwayne Rancifer. Councilman at Large Kenneth Monroe. Present. Council President Monica Gonzalez.
Clerk Medina, Ms. Gonzalez and Mr. Rashford called and said they couldn't make it to the meeting. Next on the agenda,
Public hearing and regular meeting minutes for July 26th, year 2023.
is there a motion?
So moved, President.
Second.
Motion made by Amy Francisci, second by Gilda Orange. Roll call.
Second District Councilman Lenny Francisco. Yes. Hill. Yes. Winfield.
Yes.
Orange.
Yes.
Bolaño.
Yes.
Monroe. Yes. Garcia.
Yes. Any communication from the mayor?
A veto letter was handed out to each of the council members.
Thank you. Any communication from department heads?
Accounts payable warrants 072023 CC, 073123 CC, and 080923 CC.
Your motion?
So moved, Mr. President. Second.
Motion made by Lenny Francisci, second by Councilman Hill. Roll call.
Francisco. Yes. Hill.
Yes.
Winfield.
Yes.
Orange.
Yes.
Bolaño.
Yes.
Monroe. Yes. Garcia.
No.
Payroll warrant biweekly 080423 and payroll warrant monthly 080123.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Hill, second by Councilwoman Bolaños. Roll call.
Francisco. Yes. Hill. Yes. Winfield.
Yes. Yes.
Orange.
Yes.
Bolaño.
Yes.
Monroe. Yes. Garcia.
Yes. Any committee reports? Any board reports?
This week, the planning commission, they did state that Wendy's should be opening the late September or early October.
So you know the date, please let us know.
They will.
Thank you. Any other board reports? Not hearing none. Any ordinance on first reading?
First and only ordinance on first reading, ordinance 23-0027. Sponsor Mayor Anthony Copeland. An ordinance to permit the acceptance of grant funding by the East Chicago Health Department.
So move on first, second reading.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Hill, second by Councilwoman Orange. Any questions? Councilwoman Orange?
Since, Diane was here, she did explain a little bit.
Evening, Mayor Garcia Burns, Director of the County Health Department. This grant is for our emergency preparedness. It was awarded to us 2022 to 2023. And we didn't have anybody in that position, so I completed all the deliverables that was required by the state. This year, they amended that grant and added $43,000 to that grant. So it was a total of $77,000 that we'll be working with until grant year ends in 2024. We do now have an emergency preparedness person that I'm working with.
Any other questions? Not hearing none.
Can we hear on third final reading?
Attorney Jones, do you need a public hearing?
No, this wasn't even.
All right, thank you. Yes.
Motion.
Court first, second.
Yeah, we both got voted first, second.
Not hearing any other questions, roll call.
Francisco,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yes.
Orange,
Yes.
Bolaños,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Garcia.
Yes.
Yes, now, can we hear on third final reading?
Make a motion.
Make a motion to hear on third and final reading.
Second.
No, the motion is to suspend the rules.
Suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend the rules by Councilman Hill, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Monroe. Roll call.
Francisco,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yes.
Orange,
Yes.
Bolaños,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Garcia.
Yes.
Make a motion to hear on third and final reading.
Motion made by Councilman Hill to hear on third and final reading, is there a second? Second by Councilman Monroe. Any questions? I hear none, roll call.
Francisco,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yes.
Orange,
Yes.
Bolaños,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Garcia.
Yes. The ordinance on second for third reading,
We have nothing on second. We have one ordinance on third. Ordinance 23-0026. Sponsored Councilwoman Monica Gonzalez, an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Chicago authorizing the transfer of appropriations to different budget categories of the Chicago Common Council Fund 0101-104.
is there a motion?
So move.
Motion made by Councilman Hill, second by Councilwoman Winfield. Any questions? Not hearing none, roll call.
Francisco,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yes.
Orange,
Yeah.
Bolaños,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Garcia.
Yes. I would like to, someone entertain a motion to table the overriding of the veto. Next meeting, if we just got this.
Thanks.
I'm gonna make it first. I'm gonna make a motion.
Oh.
I'm gonna make a motion.
What did you make?
No. I'm asking.
Oh.
I'll make a motion.
Motion made by Councilman Francisco, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Monroe. Roll call.
Right,
Yes,
Why we should take it?
we have a full council. Any other questions? Yes.
Okay, so I want to just get this cleared up because I think it's, according to the letter from the mayor and from the 220043. It's almost saying like we acted on the budget for police and fire for this year. But this has nothing to do with this year. I want to get all this cleared up
Yeah.
because this, we haven't done anything. This is just retroactive to go back to give the firemen what they were supposed to get because they didn't get the 5,000.
Correct.
The residential,
So originally when you brought it, you said that the firemen didn't receive it, am I correct? Okay, so that's why we were clearing that up.
Correct.
Now, in the interim of that, it shows on that, ordinance that it's vice versa, the 2,500 for the police and 5,000 for the firemen. So that's why I want to make sure that's cleared up, that it's for both.
It was a technical error. The council voted on this already. And it relates to this year's budget, not next year's budget. Because the council voted on it, it didn't need to be brought up in another amendment. It was simply a typo and we advised Vivian of the same. She corrected it and sent it to the mayor, correct?
that is correct.
yeah,
So
her,
that's been adjusted already to reflect what the council voted on.
yeah, her question was to make sure that police and fire get it together. That was her
Yes.
question.
Yes.
So we don't need full council to override the veto.
Yes.
Do you have to have it? Full council?
There's no legal answer to that question. If there's a motion to table it and it passes, it can certainly. There's no legal. I don't have a legal answer because you can either all vote on it tonight or a motion can to table it can pass as well. I don't see why it wouldn't override because you guys voted to pass that ordinance to begin with. But I can't tell you how to vote.
So
Any other questions before we go?
Vote on the table or you want to vote to?
Vote the table. Vote the table. Our next meeting.
They want everybody to do it.
that's okay.
Any other questions? Roll call.
Francisci,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yes,
Orange,
yes,
Bolaños,
yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Garcia.
Yes. Any resolutions?
We have none.
Any old business? Councilwoman, Councilwoman Orange.
Yes, I would like to bring off the table 230025. Attorney Jones, did you get a chance to talk to?
I did. Attorney Allegretti advised that the ordinance was ready to be heard. So I see no reason why we wouldn't bring it off and vote on it at this point.
I'm asking if 230025 off the table.
Is there a second?
What is the foundation?
That's the one.
It's the flash pad ordinance.
It's that one flash out there.
All right, there was a motion to bring off the table ordinance. With 23-0025.
That was the additional appropriation ordinance for the Parks and Recreation Department for the splash pad construction. It was the $2 million
Okay.
seek.
The motion is to bring it off the table.
So move second.
Yeah, I got you. Motion made by Councilwoman Orange, second by Councilman Hill. Any other questions?
Now this is for the second splash pad. Or the first one. The first one, we didn't.
You want me to?
This is the one, right, that was accompanied by the letter advising that the 2 million that was passed wasn't enough, correct?
Correct, so, on July 12th, I wanted to come for you just to ask for, 2 million was already approved and given to us. And then with that, it was discussed that we wanted to have the council meet with the companies who had previously stated that the poles were not, or it would be fixed and what we could do about that. So regardless, in your package for the one splash pad, it was 2.6 million. I only was awarded 2 million. So that didn't even include enough for one splash pad and a demo. So as you can see, I did give you guys last meeting a range of what it would be. Again, when I was asked beforehand to get some numbers, it was given to you numbers, hypothetical numbers from companies, so I did that. And then I came back, gave you guys, I only got awarded a portion of it, so that doesn't allow me to move forward. When we did meet on the 17th, with the Spirit company, I asked them various questions, and again, this is not the company for sure we're gonna go with, this is just a company we sought out to just get some information of give me some numbers what would be, and most importantly, they were the company that previously put the pool in. So with that being said, they gave me numbers and they said, as long as you have the money in hand, they're gonna start, once we break down the demo, they'll start putting in different things into the splash pad. So you'll see movement this year. So again, I'm here before you guys asking for the full amount of the 4 million, just so we can see Washington actually hopefully done by next summer. And the sooner I get it on their table, the sooner they start working on it. So this is the reason why I'm here. Any questions?
So one splash pad just for Washington, and we're waiting on what for this pool for next year. We're waiting for the pool.
So one splash pad for sure is all we're working on. Now, when it comes to what the other site's gonna look like, I think that's kind of not on me. I think it's gonna be on somebody else to do that project. That's what's gonna happen there. Seeing as I'm only gonna be here for the last month, I'm just trying to get this done. And then whoever will be successor will finish that item.
Any other questions? Councilor March.
No, but I think that, that you can take a message back, that, the mayor should call like, Councilman Franciscan, Councilwoman, Guzman and, Councilman Hill, to see if the pool can work over in Cosby, since on this side, we do have the beach. And, I could see with the hot weather and stuff like that, I like the idea of a splash pad. I'm gonna tell you, I really don't like the swimming pool things, a lot of things happen in swimming pools, but the thing of it is that you have no recreation on that side if you do the splash pad. And I just think that a pool would be better. So I think that those councilmen who are really affected should really have a meeting with the mayor to see if it's possible to do it. I know it's hard to get lifeguards. I know that the cost will be going up. But if you can take that back and see if they can have a meeting, you don't have to be with all of us. But those three, because those are the children that will be going on that side of town. Even though we know it's only one in Chicago, people do divide themselves. And we do have the lakefront on this side, and we have the splash pad that would be good. And then kids can always go over that.
I would definitely take that back. I did take back the concern of if we were going to have an attendant always available. And we decided that we're keeping the fencing around to make sure that it's just not accessible at any time. And we're keeping the pool house so that possibly someone could, rent it out so that they can sell concession. But we will have attendants there just in case, for anything. And it won't, like you said, it won't be what it is for a pool where you get tons of lifeguards for one, but we'll have attendants available.
Councilman Brown.
Yeah, I can understand the three council on that side, but what about the council at large?
Oh, yeah, if you would like to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm not trying to exclude anybody.
No,
What I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that I know the people look at the,
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
yeah,
I'm just saying, it's
districts,
pretty
because
large.
they usually call us before they call y'all.
Yeah.
Not, well, not all the time, but most of the time, they call the district, you know, so I'm just saying that.
Yeah, but also those districts, we got.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, all y'all can't meet together anyway, so maybe
Right,
3 or 3.
exactly.
So, if we, you know, but anyway, they need a meeting to talk about the pool for that other side.
I will relay the message.
Thanks.
Any other questions? I recall that there was 2 million for each side,
2.6 million.
for each, correct?
So that was without the demo. Yes, it's 2.655 million. That was without the demo. The demo included, depending what side, about 250,000 or more.
So now you're asking 2 more million just for one, so now you asking altogether is 4.6, correct? For one,
My ask is gonna, it was 4 million in total for one, yes. So 4 million for one.
and then you don't have how much it's gonna cost.
So again, this is just the base of what it is. You know, I know I've been listening to what has been asked, another thing that's asked about the team, what are the teams gonna do? I'm listening to the community. So now we have a thought of keeping the slides and having a run out rather than not having slides at all. So they're currently looking to see if those slides are able to be used moving forward. We've even talked about doing a flow rider in that area where the how should I say, the slides are at. So we're getting options because we're hearing everyone of what they would like. So we're just trying to we know our base is the 2.6 million, but we might have to go above depending on what we're actually gonna do with the team section, I guess. So, and that's also including the seating area that we did not add on into this amount, but we have to have seating, we have to have all that, so.
Well, this is just my opinion by myself, is I think we ain't got no concrete numbers, they don't know what, company they're gonna go with. I rather not give anybody any money, so they had to come back to this council, just like when the city comes with a budget, they present us with a budget, we vote on it. I don't wanna give money out before nothing's done on paper yet, so that is my, any other questions?
To add to that, I cannot seek out for an actual bid proposal unless I have some type, no company is giving me the exacts for what we're seeking out unless there's money on hold. I had a project at South Park. I asked for kind of a proposal of what it would look like, and they said it takes too long for us to get our money. So with that, they said, well, when you have it in hand, then we'll, and I'm like, why, you have to give me some type of number.
Well, if this council goes forward, there's no delay getting their money, because we're gonna vote for it and they'll get their money, so there ain't gonna be no delay there, so Councilwoman Orange, yeah. Any other questions?
So if we give this, you're not going over?
No.
Working within our numbers, whatever is not used goes back into that general fund.
Absolutely. I'm gonna be solely in charge of getting forward and getting the contract done for the Washington Park splash pad.
Attorney General, if she gets, okay, so if she lets them know that she has, the money in hand, is there any way to come back to give us a concrete number before we vote on this? Well, I can just ask you, can you come back and give us the exact amount of what it's gonna cost?
Oh, yeah, that's not a problem. Again,
Yeah,
I
you have 2 million now, right?
yeah,
From what the council approved before.
correct.
So, I mean, she can, you'd have to approve them. What she's saying is you have to approve this money for her to get the bids done and signed. So you'd have to approve it before you got the final numbers. But based upon her estimates, you overshot a little bit with the 4 million.
Correct. I did that on purpose, just because.
You created a cushion, just in case.
And I think the reason is just listening to the company itself. One, because of what we want to do you know, if you get a flow rider or get the slides that we're not sure exactly, can you use the slide or not? That depends, you know, of the amount that you're gonna use. And we're going right now with being able to use a portion of some of the piping, but then once they finally get down there, none of the piping works, so that's all brand new. So that's why I'm giving us a cushion. The unforeseen, you have to.
Any other questions? Motion is to bring it off the table. Not hearing all the questions, roll call.
Francisco,
Yeah.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yes.
Orange,
Yes.
Bolaño,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Garcia.
No.
Make a motion to hear it on first and second reading, 0.
Okay.
I was gonna do.
Okay.
First and second reading on 23-0025.
Motion was made by Councilwoman Orange to hear ordinance 23-0025. Seconded by who? Seconded by Councilman Francisci. Any questions? Yes.
Attorney Jones, are we going to need to have a public hearing? on this?
Yes, we didn't have the public hearing because it hadn't been heard on first yet, so it's gonna have to make sure, if it passes on first and second, I guess, make sure that they, you know, get something on for the next meeting.
Any other questions? All right, motion was made for first and second for ordinance 23-0025. Not hearing no other questions, roll call.
Francisco,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yes.
Orange,
Yes.
Bolaño,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Garcia.
No. Any old business?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a reminder of next Saturday, I think it's next Saturday, August 19th, will be the street naming for Robert Hoggs, sponsored by Henry Monroe, Gilda Orange, and myself. Inviting everyone to come out to that ceremony on the 3800 block of Southern Investment name.
Garcia.
Garcia? Okay,
Yeah.
name's Robert Garcia.
Any other old business? Yes, Councilwoman Bolaños.
I'd like to ask, Attorney Jones, have you received any communication from, Attorney Already about the collection box ordinance?
Just a couple, but it seems like the back and forth email is not really gonna work out for making any amendments. We really just need to sit down with him and code enforcement, which I think is gonna be our next step, and go line by line, figure out what the best way to move forward is on the amendments. Because just saying something in an email
Right.
doesn't really help me. if you will.
So you're gonna set up that meeting?
Probably, yeah,
Okay,
in the next couple of weeks. Yeah.
okay.
Any other old business? New business?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, over the weekend, we had a situation in the Cagman area. And I'm reaching out to these young guys, whoever's doing this, that shooting will not be tolerated in the district. As you know, we got those state-of-the-art spot shotters. Anytime something goes off with shooting, the police is gonna come. And if you are in the area of that, they want to question you, if you take off running and you have a gun, that's gonna cause a problem. So I'm begging and reaching out to those young guys, stop shooting in the area because it's gonna cause problems. Now, who's up at 3 o'clock in the morning shooting 30 rounds by Martin Luther King Center? You know, I'm very disappointed in those young guys out there, but I will be talking to them when I see them. And then they retaliated by spray painting on all our stop signs and some of our one-way signs. But Public Works came and cleaned them all off. I missed one, and that Martin Luther King Center, so I'll take a picture of that so we get that taken care of. And, it just hurt my heart to see that going on out there, but I'm definitely gonna be talking to them when I see some of these. I don't know who it is. They know. But, you know, then get back that Councilman Hill is gonna represent us and gonna represent us well, and we're gonna try to curb that, stop that, anything that goes up is gonna come down. So I please those young guys, stop doing that. And another thing, with code enforcement, I told the residents, and there are a lot of calls about their property. Plain and simple. Keep your property up to date. Cut your grass, cut your weeds, and code enforcement will give you a ticket, they just let you know what you need to do. If you can't do it, you can call me and I'll try to get it cut down for you, or you're gonna have somebody to do it. So we're trying to redevelop that third district in that Calumet area, and I'm gonna need everybody's cooperation to do things right. EPPD, all they're doing is doing their job. I'm trying to detect something, they're coming. So my plea is to those young guys, please just stop it. You can have fun without shooting those guns. You can have fun without shooting them.
Any other, thank you. Any other, new business? I gave a letter to, Attorney Jones, and we all got it from the state of Indiana. You could please explain it and probably look into it.
Yeah, it's, basically, there was the opioid litigation, looks like there's been settlement. And that settlement money is being distributed amongst the various municipalities. It indicates that our distribution for the city of East Chicago is $38,912 under restricted abatement share, and then $13,000 if it's unrestricted share. So it looks like there's some money coming back to East Chicago for the opioid settlement. Obviously, I'll look further into it, but I think this is just a official notification of what the city is going to be receiving for that litigation.
Attorney Jones, can you explain the restricted, unrestricted?
I really can't until I look at what their facts and circumstances are for each. I just got this, so I don't know what their restrictions are going to be. Usually it's a choice between the two. And obviously the higher value, there's restrictions on how the money can be spread. And then if you select, usually you either select the higher or the lower. The higher value, you have restrictions, the lower value, you don't. But usually the restrictions are where we would put the money anyway. But that's just me talking without actually looking at what their requirements are, because this is new to me. So, but the good thing is I don't believe that the city hired attorneys to get involved. So there won't be any I don't think there's any litigation expenses that come out of this either. So there's other attorneys involved from different municipalities. As far as I'm aware, East Chicago didn't hire to pursue the opioid litigation.
Okay. Any other new business? Here, no new business. They're coming to public expression. And the only one I got is the Tom. Step up to the microphone. Your name and address.
Thank you, President Garcia. Thank you very much for this opportunity to speak at council tonight. My name is Tom Magana, officially Thomas Magana, M-A-G-A-N-A, 4405 Arbutus Lane, over by Great Park. And I will start my timer. I think I have 3 minutes. Is that correct? Thank you very much. And I won't be long on this part. I had intended to come to the council meeting 2 weeks ago on the 26th to present additional information about property 4406 Arbutus Lane that had the issues in regards to the chaos of a party that got out of hand. Almost 130, 150 participants there, which required the Chicago Police Department, the county sheriff, and several other municipalities in terms of the railroad police department showing up. So, we were informed by that landlord that she's no longer in their Airbnb business. However, she has now transitioned to what she's calling it, from what we're looking at is a corporate short-term rental agreements. So she is now skating underneath the Airbnb and skating in terms of what a landlord should and shouldn't be held accountable for. So in that regards, I wanted to bring to your attention on the 26th that the individuals who came in from Massachusetts, they had license plates from Massachusetts on their vehicles. The gentleman of that party would work in Illinois somewhere because he had placards on his work truck saying masonry, cement. He would bring his garbage from his job site and dump them on the side of his house at 4406. Thus, when the city had to come by and pick it up, he left cement troughs that use cement to mix the cement. He left them there for our city to pick them up. And our poor guys, they were struggling to lift these bags. They were black bags. I got photos of that. I will gladly share with anybody who wants those. So I wanted to bring that up to you guys. However, on 26th, we had a death in family, a Desert Storm veteran. I thank you for your service, sir. Anyway, so more importantly, we have a new group there. They arrived on Saturday, the 29th, and approximately about 4:35 p.m. One of those young men, because there was two guys there, decided to urinate in front on the driveway, not between the houses, not in an alley, not in the house. He just arrived and decided to urinate. It's sad to say that I have a still photo of this guy, 2 pictures, and a video. We texted the landlord saying, hey, can you come and talk to this guy? We don't do that here in Chicago. We want to go up. We don't want to come back down to something like that. There's children on that block. And a car was coming by, and you can see him hurrying up, finishing his business to get done with his urination. I called the police department. Unfortunately, I was not home at the time when all this transpired. Neighbor called me. It just saddens me that I had to bring to this council a gentleman who decides that I'm going to be short-term rental property, urinating in front of everybody on this block. That sends a strong message to us as East Chicagoans. I don't care about you. I don't care about your city. And I sure don't care about anyone else but me. This is a sad day. I'm like, I didn't move there to have this occur. I know I get a little excited here, but for gosh darn, it's our city. Please show some respect. You're over here short term. Thus, I think the language also, before I forget, where it says if rental property is only 3 units, you must have your own waste disposal company. That should be down to 1. Because our poor guys from the city who picked up that garbage, they were struggling with those black bags. Why? They contain cement and a cement trough. I mean, we are limited to 1 can of garbage, which is the black can, and 1 recycling. I think that's adequate. But you know, you cut your grass, you do some remodeling, the city will do it for the citizens, not for someone to bring their trash from their work site and say, it's on you now. I think that's a little more, that's horrible, yes. So I'm over time, I apologize. Thank you very much for this opportunity to speak to you. I appreciate the opportunity, believe me, I do. Any questions, any clarifications I can provide?
We'll get to what you asked to be.
Okay, sir.
Thank
And thank you for your service, sir.
Ms. Jones, can you look into that other clarification that you said about the entertain a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Hill, seconded by Councilwoman Orange. Roll call.
Francisco,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yeah.
Orange,
Yeah.
Orlando,
Yes.
Monroe, Garcia.
Yes. Meeting adjourned. Keep your name tag.
Thank you. Step. Too many.